Welcome back to another episode of Basic to Billionaire, where I'm starting with a fresh character and grinding my way to $1 billion. In this episode, I'm finally going to play the Doomsday Heist, and the amount of money I make in this video is going to blow your mind. First, I'm going to need a facility, and I'll just go with the cheapest option for 1.2 million. I'm also going to buy the orbital cannon, and I cannot wait to use it later in the video. You're gonna love it. Let's get the rest of the upgrades as well for a grand total of $4 million. Lester immediately calls me, and now I can officially start the Doomsday Heist. Here it is, the entrance to my brand new facility. Kind of cool that I can land on it with my oppressor and get lower down into it. This place is huge. I go to reception and get some free snacks, then run straight to the heist planning room, where Lester and some other dude I've never seen before are waiting for me. His name is Avon, and that thing on his neck looks really familiar. Anyways, he tells me we need to figure out who's behind some data breaches. I pay a measly 25k to start the first act, and look at that, a trophy. Oh, I love that trophy sound. Okay, here's the planning screen. Yeah, maybe later, we'll see. I'll start with the first prep mission, paramedic equipment. It's a long trip to the objective, and when I finally get there, I land my oppressor, melee the living shit out of this poor guy, take out a cop, and steal the ambulance. It's an even longer trip back to my facility since I'm driving, but at least I can stay entertained by running over these yellow things on the road. Yes, I am, and I hope you're enjoying it. How about a like on the video? Okay, here I am. Ambulance delivered. Nice. By the way, as soon as I reach 100k subscribers, I'll do the Criminal Mastermind Challenge, which is one of the toughest challenges in GTA Online. Oh, and it pays $10 million. The next mission is to steal some Deluxos. Hell yeah. Oh, come on, it's 6 miles away. I get to where the Deluxos are stashed and take out as many guards as I can with my missiles, until I eventually run out. I'll take out the rest on foot. One of them drops a key, and I use it to enter the garage, where more guards shoot at me. I destroy all of them, take the Deluxo, drive it to Los Santos Customs to repaint it, then drive 6 miles back to my facility to deliver it. Wait, I have to steal 3 more Deluxos? Dude, that took 12 minutes, so that's like 48 minutes for one setup mission. No, forget that. I'm just gonna invite some subscribers. They join, but the game won't let me invite them to my organization while work is in progress. This is so dumb. No worries, I just joined a new session, invited them again, and now we can get this done in a normal amount of time. I get there first, take out a bunch of guards until one teammate shows up. We steal 2 Deluxos, I get mine resprayed, and then take it to my facility. I'm here first as well, so I'll just chill while I wait for them to deliver their cars. It doesn't take too long. Now we can steal an Akula. Only 2 of us have an oppressor, so we'll get there first again. Just buy an oppressor, you guys. We fly to Fort Zancudo, and I see some guards. I actually almost shot them before I realized we're dressed in disguises, and I'm free to do whatever I want here. We need to go to the top of the tower, and I take the stairs. Yeah, it takes forever to climb to the top. I started to wonder if it would ever end. When I finally do get to the top, I see ADHD literally standing there smoking a cig. I could have taken the elevator? Damn. I use my phone to locate the Akula, but the guards realize what we're doing and attack us. We fight our way down the stairs and back outside. Instead of fighting off more of the military and police, I just grab my oppressor and fly it out of there, all the way to the airport. I spot the Akula, kill the guards surrounding it, and get inside. One of my teammates flies beside me with a jet, and we take the helicopter all the way back to my facility. Mission complete. Moving on to the dead courier setup mission, we're splitting up into 2 teams. My team's job is to go to the morgue to search corpses. We're dressed as paramedics and driving the ambulance I stole earlier. Okay, here we are. Let's go inside. By the way, Avon told us that the thing we're looking for is up the rectum of one of the bodies. Okay then. We search the bodies but don't find anything, so Lester tells us to go upstairs to hack a laptop for the information instead. It's a restricted area, so we're forced to take out some guards, then ADHD grabs the files. We fight our way downstairs and back outside. An army of cops are waiting for us out there, but so is our 3rd teammate. Nice. I fight off as many cops as possible, then hop into the helicopter to escape. Fun mission. Okay, 2 more setup missions. For this one, we'll use the Deluxos to recover some data packages. And look at that, we get to drive all the way down to the city again. This is getting really old. We pick up the Deluxos and use them to hack 4 different vans. When I start the hack, some goons pop open the rear door and start shooting at me. I try my best to survive until the hack completes and then destroy the a-holes with my missiles. ADHD is hacking the other 2 vans, and for my second one, I realized I could just drive beside the van, and the idiot in the back can't even shoot me. Gotta love it. The next 2 targets are on the water, and now I can actually raise the Deluxo's tires and float. Now this is awesome. I start the hack on the boat, but they end up killing me. Let's try that again. This time I swerve back and forth so the gunman misses most of his shots. Nice. I blow them up, then move on to the final target. Driving in reverse seems to block every bullet, and as soon as the hack completes, I spin around and blow them up. I'm loving this mission, for real. Now we both have to go to the airport, and of course, I get there first. Probably because I took a shortcut through the water and jumped over the fence like a badass. I'll just spin around in circles while I wait for my teammate to arrive. Okay, here he is. We rush to the airplane that we need to hack, and guess what? We get to freaking fly our Deluxos. Some of you might be too young to have watched the Back to the Future movies, but flying this car makes me feel like it's Christmas morning. We both try our best to keep up with the plane until the hack finishes, but it's quick and keeps bumping into us. Then some helicopters show up and we're forced to retreat and blow them up. Eventually, we do finish the hack and then are given the pleasure of blowing the bitch up. Man, that felt good. What a great mission. Okay, final mission. We're going to infiltrate Noose, hopefully undetected. We fly our Akula to the government facility, land on the roof, and climb down to the ground. We take out a guard and a camera, and even take out two who are standing beside each other. Long story short, we make our way into the facility and stealthily take out more guards until we reach the server farm. There are 4 servers to hack, so we split up. I take out every guard in my path and make it to the first one. I hate this hacking minigame with a passion, but I still get it done. Same with the second one. As soon as I finish, Noose appears and opens fire on me. So I take cover and fight off at least 100 of them. I fight more all the way to the elevator, which takes us outside. Even more enemies are waiting for us. So we fight them off and blow up their choppers until we get to the roof to climb into the Akula. Really cool mission, and I can now finally do the heist. I'm excited. Apparently, foreign agents are attacking and trying to hack government servers, and we need to stop them. Avon will pay us a lot of money, so why not? I'll give ADHD 45% of the cut for helping me out. I'm a nice guy. And now we get to take a long drive to the objective again. Oh, thanks, man. I'll do my best. We reach the location and take out some Merryweather guys, then head inside to take out even more of them. Not gonna lie, there were a lot, so we played it safe and slowly took out one at a time. Then we fight our way to the war room and access their turrets. This thing is so cool and OP as hell. We take out every single enemy and that's it. The mission is over. We watch a cutscene and find out that a guy named Bogdan was behind these attacks. And that leads us straight into Act 2 of the Doomsday Heist. This will be the second of 3 different heists. And there's plenty to do for this one too. Yes, I sure am. Let's do these missions in order. First, we need to steal a riot van. We fly to the objective and see a crew robbing a gas station. Nice. I shoot this cop with about 3 full magazines before he dies. Very strange. We take the riot van and get the heck out of there, blow up some cops, dodge a train, and hide in the tunnel to lose our wanna level. Very simple mission. The riot van had key cards to get us into a hangar at the airport. Time to steal an Avenger. Not those Avengers, the Avenger aircraft. As soon as we enter the hangar, the lights go out and we activate our night vision. The enemies here absolutely shred through my armor and health. I fight my way all the way to the top where we turn on the generators. It takes a few seconds for the lights to come back on, so we kill more enemies until they do. Now we just need to fight our way back down to the Avenger. I run out of armor, so I'm being extra careful, but we do eventually make it to the Avenger and fly it out of there. Pretty easy mission. I take that back. We respawn and luckily don't have to fight the enemies again. And this time I'm gonna let ADHD fly the Avenger. I'll just man the turrets to take out the helicopters following us. Pretty cool. Next up, Agent ULP was kidnapped, so let's find out where he is. The game gives me an Oppressor Mark 1 to use, but this thing isn't very good compared to the Mark 2. I'm gonna switch to the one I prefer and use it to take out some dealers. One of them tells us where the intel is located, so we break into the house and kill everyone. The final guy took me down to a sliver of health. Close call. And then we steal the duffel bag that has the intel, which will lead us to Agent ULP. Now that we know where he is, we're gonna split into 2 teams. My team will assault the foundry to rescue Agent ULP, and the other team will provide cover from a vantage point. I enter the foundry, and there are a-holes in every direction. I slowly pick them off one by one, but some of them are so annoying and hide behind walls. I just take them out with my grenade launcher. I make my way to Agent ULP's location and headshot the dude holding him hostage. Now I just need to clear a path for us to get back outside. Not sure how I got stunned right there, but okay. Outside, I take out a shit ton of enemies and grab an armored car. ULP seems to be stuck behind this blown up helicopter. What an idiot. We crash into it, but he ends up getting stuck underneath it, and I'm freaking out because he's probably gonna die. We eventually get it off of him, but now we're both stuck here trying to get out. This is a complete mess. I grab a different car, and ULP thankfully gets inside this time. I race to the objective while ADHD provides covering fire. His missiles fly right over my head, and it made me uncomfortable, but we made it there to end the mission without any issues. Okay, moving on to the next prep mission. We're going to start a riot so we can steal a riot control van. We arrive at the location and I throw tear gas to piss off the bikers, which starts a brawl. Feels really good knocking these guys out and dodging their punches. Eventually, the riot control van shows up and sprays us with water. Now I'm pissed, so I throw a hard punch and actually knock out 3 cops. That was so awesome. We steal the van and take the long trip back to my facility. By the way, I invited a subscriber to play with me during this mission, but they just stood there instead of helping, so I made sure to run him over when I got back. Now we're gonna put this riot control van to good use. Watch this. We go to the objective and put out the vans that are on fire, and then ADHD grabs the intel. Pretty simple, but there are multiple locations and a lot of enemies at each one. I kept running over my teammate too. I would say that he deserves this for not helping in the previous mission, but I just kept hitting him by accident. I actually felt bad for a minute, even though I was dying laughing. Poor guy. At one of the locations, I backed the van over these barriers and just could not get back out. ADHD uses his up and atomizer to push it back over. Other than that, the mission went well. Pretty fun. If you're still watching the video, you're awesome, and I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Let me know you're still here by commenting Criminal Mastermind. Now we're gonna steal some Strombergs. No idea what those are. Let's find out. We need to steal 4 of them. Great. One of my teammates is just standing there, acting like he's clueless. So I send him a text to tell him to get his car to help us. But he just doesn't seem to know what planet he's on, so I blow his ass up with my missiles. Whatever, I'll do it without you. Turns out a Stromberg is a type of car, and I need to steal the truck that's carrying it. I seriously struggled with this for some reason. My plan is to get ahead of them and shoot them, but I forgot how to slow down and jumped off my oppressor like an idiot. Then I didn't get far enough ahead of them, and they run my ass over. I finally get into a good position to snipe both of them, then steal the truck and drive it back to my facility. Then ADHD tells me to come to his location, so I do. And he shows me the NPC he killed that sort of looks like CJ from GTA San Andreas. No idea why he's floating like that. Anyways, I go to the final truck, snipe them, and then notice that the driver is literally another CJ lookalike. Nice one, Rockstar. Okay, now we're gonna steal something from a barge off the coast. I get there first and take out a bunch of guards with my missiles, but this super annoying dude on a sea shark literally cannot be hit. I used every single missile I had and nothing would hit him. So I just land on the barge, take out the few remaining enemies, and steal the duffel bag. And now we can use all the stuff we stole for the final prep mission. We all get to drive our own Stromberg, and they're equipped with missiles and a machine gun. On our way to the location, we spot a convoy and take them all out. This car is actually fun to use, but it gets better because we can transform into a sort of submarine/car and drive underwater. We take out the mines with our missiles and then scan an actual submarine to locate its weaknesses. Mission complete. Time for the heist, finally. But first, ADHD invited me to his apartment and I discovered some very interesting things. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this Franklin's mom? And this one over here might be a young Franklin, and maybe even photos of other family members. Even the bedroom seems like it would have been Franklin's, especially this poster. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you know anything about this place. Anyways, let's get to the heist now. ADHD picks up the Avenger, and I get into the Stromberg. I drive it into the water to the submarine. I fight off a bunch of enemies inside, and it's nice to be able to use my assault shotgun. We are playing on hard difficulty, so I'm taking it slow, just trying not to die. While I'm doing this, ADHD is hovering above the submarine, using the Avenger's turrets to take out incoming enemy helicopters. I proceed through the submarine, clearing every enemy I see. I find a prisoner and aim my gun at him to get information, and he tells me to go to the control room, where I take a picture of the table and plug the USB device into the console. A cutscene starts, and long story short, Avon betrays us and blows up the submarine. After the cutscene, I'm teleported outside and swim as fast as I can to land, while enemy helicopters shoot at me. ADHD lands the Avenger and shoots the helicopters until I can safely get inside. He takes off while I man the turrets and take out each helicopter. We land at the airport to end the mission and get paid. Really fast heist and easy money. And now we can move on to the final act of the Doomsday Heist. Okay, let's check on ADHD. Oh, I guess he's sick of this shit. Alrighty then. Anyways, back at my facility, I watch a new cutscene. We need to stop Avon's AI from destroying the world. Interesting stuff. But seeing 11 missions on the setup screen really hurts my soul. I'm going to power through them and get them done though. First, we need to steal a duffel bag of marked bills that's being watched by the FIB. We decide to take our new teammate's luxury jet to the objective. I look back and see ADHD sipping on champagne. Good stuff. We fly to the objective and then jump out and parachute to the ground. My teammate picks up the duffel bag while I gracefully land on the ground. The police show up, so we take out a few and get into a buzzard to make our escape. I just use my bribe authorities ability to lose my wine level. It's a little too easy, but hey, if the game lets me do it, I will. Next, we need to take photographs of a deal. Kinda lame, we need to take 10 photos. Easy, but ADHD gets the cops called on us. I just stand there and wait for my bribe authority's ability to cool down, then use it to lose our wanted level. I take the rest of the photos and that's it. With that done, we can now rescue Agent 14 from Merryweather Security. We drive all the way back to where we took the photos. Nice mission design right there, am I right? We take out a boatload of guards and find Agent 14 cowering like a biatch. Then guess who shows up? Some sort of Tesla bots powered by ChatGPT. What's worse is that they can disappear, and we can only see them with our thermal goggles. They can take a lot of bullets, but we managed to take them all out. We have to get Agent 14 out of here safely and fight off even more Tesla bots. Near the end, even more of the Juggernaut bots show up, and as expected, they kill us. We respawn to try again, but this time, Agent 14 gets killed. Come on, bro, get your shit together. On our third attempt, we managed to kill every enemy and take off in the conveniently placed helicopters. Just happy to have this mission done with. Okay, let's start the next mission. Wait, what the hell is going on here? Where are your clothes? I'm getting out of here. They chase me down and I'm scared for my life. Not really, but I was dying laughing during this. Oh no, help me, Jesus, help me, Tom Cruise. All right, back to dealing with Merryweather. This time we're gonna steal a ballistic missile from them. It's as crazy as you'd think. First, we take out a small army of them, and one steps out of the truck we need to steal, so I obliterate him with the butt of my rifle. God, that felt good. We all take our own vehicles, and I get the shitty one. ADHD destroys every enemy in our path, and I help by destroying a single car with my sticky bomb. Hey, I'm doing what I can with what I've got, okay? We deliver the truck to the facility and end the mission. Now we can use it to protect Agent ULP as he makes his escape from his captors. We fly into the objective and start shooting everyone in sight. Then ADHD grabs the missile truck, and I get into a ramp buggy. But then ADHD runs me over, and I'm freaking stuck under here. That's fine, because ADHD is stuck on top of my ramp buggy now. Anyways, Agent ULP is in a helicopter, and we need to follow him while taking out the enemy helicopters. My car ends up losing a tire, and my ass is literally dragging on the ground. Have you ever seen those videos of dogs wiping their butts on the ground? Yeah, that's how this feels. I get into the missile truck and use it to blow up the helicopters, and this lasts for at least 10 minutes until they finally give up and run away. Mission complete. I swear, these missions feel like they're never ending, but let's move on to the next one. We fly to the objective in style, and I sip on champagne. Lester sends a photo of the guy we need to take out, and we land at his last known location. He immediately spots us, so my teammate snipes him, and I grab his briefcase. Now we're wanted by the cops, and we try to get away, but we literally cannot fly the helicopter. Some sort of weird glitch, I don't know. I try to take off as well, but it won't let me. The cops shoot me in my freaking face too. Look at the blood and look how sad I look. So I just call in my oppressor to deliver the briefcase. No problem. I'm not sure how many times I've mentioned this, but we're forced to drive all the way to the city for every single mission. This is beyond annoying and makes me want to never play this game again, but whatever. We go to the observatory and are tasked with shooting down a cargo bob, so it will drop the barrage vehicle for us to steal. Sounds easy, but ADHD blows all of us up, so maybe not. Anyways, it's protected by a lot of enemy choppers, so we shoot them down first. We shoot at the cargo bob until it gets scared and drops its cargo, then we climb inside. It's really cool looking with 2 mounted weapons, but I'll tell you right now, this rear gun is trash. My screen is shaking and it's impossible to aim at anything. I might have to close my eyes until this is over because I'm feeling dizzy. We make it to the airfield, but our driver crashes into a plane and kills ADHD. Let's try that again. This time I drive, and it's much better than being stuck on a gun that makes you want to throw up. At the airfield, we blow up the airplane before it can take off, then take out the enemies scattered around the place. I park in strategic places so that both guns can shoot the enemies. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Mission complete. Now we have our own barrage vehicle. Now we're going to steal even more shit, but first we need the location. We need to go to the house of one of Avon's employees, but we chose a strange vehicle to get there. Our teammate parks his Deluxo inside of it for some reason, and then I take off. A minute into the flight, things go very badly for us. First, I see our teammate glitching. It looks like he fell out of the window, and then we randomly explode. I have no idea how this happened because I didn't hit anything. Whatever, Rockstar. No harm, no foul. We use a buzzard instead to fly to the apartment and just destroy the guards instead of being stealthy. Knocking this dude out with my gun felt so good. We go inside and kill even more guards, then steal the laptop. That gives us the location of something called a Kanjali. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Remember, all of this is completely new to me. We get to the location and fight off more Tesla bots and destroy all of their equipment. These guys actually shred through my health and armor, so I'm trying to stay in cover and shoot them as quickly as possible. I actually have a little more luck using a sniper from a distance. Then we steal the Kanjali. It's a tank, good to know. And it's so fun to use. The enemy cars constantly spawn in to chase us, and it's just so much fun to destroy all of them. What a fun mission. All right, just 2 more missions. Now we're gonna shoot down a Hydra. I track it down and try my hardest to aim at it, but dude, I absolutely cannot do it. Does anyone else have trouble aiming the buzzard? This is so annoying. I switched my missiles and immediately blow up. I honestly don't know how it happened, but I'm annoyed. ADHD calls in his Hydra to chase down the enemy and shoots him enough to force him to land in the water. I catch up to him, land my oppressor on a conveniently placed boat, but it ends up falling into the ocean. Classic. Then I dive underwater to steal whatever was in the enemy Hydra, and we get into the boat and drive it to land. ADHD calls in an airplane so we can get back to the facility. Nice. He flies it all the way there, and then we skydive out of it. I see ADHD flying through the air, completely lifeless, and I make an amazingly perfect landing. Love this game. Final setup mission. We're going to destroy some SAM turrets. We drive to the airfield and get into one of the coolest vehicles I've ever seen. ADHD can use the turret, but it's essentially useless since he can only shoot in front of the plane and not behind. I use the bombs to destroy the SAM turrets, and it takes forever since there's so many of them. Some jets show up to attack us, but I just take them down by hitting them with my wing. After all the turrets are destroyed, I fly back to the airfield and land. Now I can finally do the heist. Let's go. Actually, first, ADHD shows me that you can put a sticky bomb on the propeller and make it spin. Cool. I shoot it and kill both of us, then respawn to see ADHD on fire. He eventually dies. Good stuff. Okay, Avon has access to a nuclear warhead, and we are going to stop him and save the world. We grab the tank that we stole earlier and drive it into a tunnel, where we destroy every bot in our way. At the end, we make quick work of the Juggernauts, then exit the tank and proceed on foot. Another Juggernaut spawns, but we take him out with smiles on our faces. We continue through the tunnels, destroying their supplies on the way, then make it to the server room. There are AI bots everywhere, and I protect ADHD while he hacks onto one of the servers. The bots spawn in endlessly while doing this, so I really need to manage my health. That way I don't run out of snacks. And this is when things get bad for us. I protect ADHD at the second server, and he's having trouble finishing this one. I'm out of armor and going through my remaining snacks very quickly while killing the bots as quickly as possible. And ADHD is literally watching a YouTube video trying to figure out how to finish the hack. And I swear I must have killed around 300 bots while waiting. I run out of snacks, so ADHD lets me try the hack, and I won't lie, it's extremely easy. This is my first time doing it, and I get it done very quickly. We fight our way to the final server, and I hack it just as easily as the last one. After that's done, we fight our way to another room where we can use the orbital cannon. We use it to blow up 4 mobile cloud servers, which gets rid of Avon's AI, Clifford. Now, let's find that bitch Avon. We fight through these tiny corridors, with ADHD leading the way since I have nothing left to heal myself. We reach the silo, where we find Avon making an escape with a jetpack. We grab our own, and it reminds me so much of GTA San Andreas, where we steal a jetpack and fly up out of Area 69. These things are fun to use, for real. We blow up a bunch of helicopters, then focus our fire on Avon. He tanks like 10 missiles until he finally blows up. Mission complete. We saved the freaking world. And what are we rewarded with? Less than $2 million. Yeah, it makes no sense to me, but it was so much fun. After the mission, Lester calls me at...
We saved the world.
What the hell? Anyways, Lester calls me to congratulate me for saving the world. Cool, but I need more money. This is basic to billionaire, not basic to millionaire. And I'm definitely going to grind more money than ever before. But first, I promised I would use the orbital cannon, so let's try it out. I'm going to try to make a friend. Okay, here's someone. I'll just land right next to him and act friendly. Okay, he stunned me. And there he goes with my oppressor. Great, now I know who to kill. I go to my facility and enter the orbital cannon room. Now, I can manually target someone for 500k. But as you can see, it'll be very difficult to find the person that I want. But for 250k more, I can choose who I want to target. This is so much easier. And there's my guy, Mr. Kitten. You should have been friendly to me, man. Bye. I even get a trophy for that? That's awesome. He then sends me a text saying, I'm not gonna lie, I jumped. Oh, I bet. I can't even imagine how scary that'd be. Okay, moving on to making a boatload of money. First, I ran Dr. Dre's mission for $1 million. Actually, we did it a few times and tried to keep ourselves entertained by just messing around like this. I mean, ADHD isn't even looking at the road. No wonder he flipped the car over. After that, I ran more Doomsday Heist with Pepsi. Huge shout out to you, bro. Thanks for playing with me. And I'm sorry about the time I almost blew up the Avenger at the end of the heist. That was too close. Another shout out to Faderlig for running the Cayo Perico heist with us. Sucks that we only got the bearer bonds, but it was still fun. Then, for the first time in a long time, I sold some acid. Kinda scary in a public lobby, but the money sure is nice. And right after that, I met a fan out in the wild. You guys are awesome. And even more of you showed up. I never thought I'd be recognized like this. I spent some time messing around with them and I had a good time. Anyways, I ran the Diamond Casino heist as well. Another shout out to GP for the help. Sucks that the game glitched and I ended up stuck in the man trap, but hey, we had fun. We still tried again, and for the first time ever, I stole paintings and drilled some safes for a small amount of money. We got caught on our way out of the casino and one of us got killed. On our second attempt, we got caught again, but managed to fight our way out, even though we had the worst weapons and the guards had the best armor. Outside, we fight Noose all the way to our getaway vehicles, then drive to the building that usually has a helicopter on top, but this time it isn't there, and we all scramble back off the building, grab our cars, and head into the tunnels to lose our wanted level. My car lost a wheel, so my teammates picked me up, and after making it so close to the end, one of my teammates somehow dies. Great. Third attempt, the helicopter actually spawns on top of the building, so we take it and fly all the way to the fire, where all three teammates hop out too early and smack into the ground. Mission complete. And then we just chilled in GP's arcade. Fun times. After taking our break, we ran yet another heist. We filled our bags with gold, stole the ruby necklace, and got out of there without being seen. Then we decided to try our luck with the lucky wheel, but we weren't so lucky. GP won RP, and I won some clothing. I'm pissed, so I give this group of people a taste of my lightning bolt. By the way, huge shout out to Walter for playing with me. He had a Black Panther statue in Cayo, and this is the first time I've ever seen it. I thought it was a myth since everyone tells me it's rare as hell. Oh, and I fell off the map at the start, and he still finished it without me. Thank you so much for the help, man. Honestly, I did more heists than I could have ever imagined. Yet another shout out to Caliver for helping out, and also to Mert for the invite. Yeah, we only got bearer bonds and cash, but we laughed a lot and had a good time. Oh, and at one point, I was invited to a lobby. I walked outside, got into a pink limo, and waiting for me inside was a clone of me, but with clown paint on his face. What the heck? Turns out I spawned even more clones of myself. Funny stuff, guys. After many hours of grinding, I'm now at $100 million. 100 freaking million. And now, for the first time ever, I'll show how much money I've made since starting Basic to Billionaire. $300 million. I honestly can't believe it. I'm 1/3 of the way to $1 billion.